Hello, everyone, and welcome back to me going over the Bible, starting with the Bible, kind of going through religion and faith, and trying to see, hopefully I find some hope somewhere. I'm starting to feel better, which is good, but main thing I'm trying to do is not let this crazy world get to me and find hope somewhere, because if you look what's going on around you, it is absolutely terrible. It's like everybody's worried about everything else but what really matters, and that's togetherness, love, peace, people getting what they need to eat, people having a house to live in. I read this article today, and it was saying that kids in, I believe it's California, the students at school, at a college, were going to be allowed to sleep in their cars, and that's, real safe, instead of giving them housing. We're going to just let them sleep in their cars because that's good. That's what we need. Is people being vulnerable, like even more vulnerable. Let's just keep doing that, shall we? That sounds like a terrible idea, doesn't it? Anyway, so again, back to King James Version. We're on Genesis 24:21. I am about verse 31 in. So I'm going to start there and kind of work my way down. And again, we're just... I'm going to discuss things that I see as they come up, and then we'll go from there. Okay. And he said, "Come in, thou blessed of the Lord. Wherefore standest thou without? For I have prepared the house and room for the camels." And the man came into the house, and he ungirded his camels, and gave straw and provender for the camels, and water to wash his feet, and the men's feet that were with him. And there was set meat before him to eat. But he said, "I will not eat until I have told mine errand." And he said, "Speak on." And he said, "I am Abraham's servant, and the Lord hath blessed my master greatly, and he is become great. And he hath given him flocks, and herds, and silver, and gold, and manservants, and maidservants, and camels, and asses. And Sarah, my master's wife, bare a son to my master when she was old, and unto him hath he given all that he hath. And my master made me swear, saying, Thou shalt not take a wife to thy son of the daughters of the Canaanites, and those in whose land I dwell. But thou shalt go unto my father's house, and to my kindred, and take a wife unto my son." So what I'm saying is, he wanted to find a wife. He's got to go find a wife at Abraham's house. So he wants to keep everything, kind of making sure, I guess, the lineage stays the lineage, so he has some kind of control over it. It's bad or good, it just is what it is. "And I said unto my master, Peradventure the woman will not follow me. And he said unto me, The Lord, before whom I talk, will send his angel with thee, and prosper thy way. And thou shalt take a wife for my son of kindred, and of my father's house. Then shalt thou be clear from this my oath, when thou comest to my kindred. And if they give not thee one, thou shalt be clear from my oath." So do it, and if it doesn't work out, then you're good. "And I came this day unto the well, and said, O Lord God of my master Abraham, if now thou do prosper which way I go, behold, I stand by the well of water. It shall come to pass that when the virgin cometh forth to draw water, and I say to her, Give me, I pray thee, a little water for thy pitcher to drink. And she say to me, Both drink thou, and I will also draw for thy camels. Let the same be the woman whom the Lord hath appointed out of my master's son. And before I had done speaking in mine heart, behold, Rebekah came forth with her pitcher on her shoulder, and she went down unto the well, and drew water. And I said unto her, Let me drink, I pray thee. And she made haste, and laid down her pitcher from her shoulder, and said, Drink, and I will give thy camels drink. So I drank, and she made the camels drink also. So kind of like, I guess, maybe manifesting in a way, but God already knew. He knew what he was doing. And it is all just working out, isn't it? It's all working out. That's great. And I asked her and said, Whose daughter art thou? And she said, The daughter of Bethuel, Naor's son, whom Milcah bare unto him. And I put the earring upon her face, and the bracelets upon her hand. And I bowed down my head and worshipped the Lord, and blessed the Lord God of my master Abraham, which he had led me in the right way to take my master's brother's daughter unto his son. Now that's my master's brother's daughter. That's a big mouthful, I think. And now if ye will deal kindly and truly with my master, tell me, and if not, tell me, that I may turn to the right hand or to the left. And now if ye will deal kindly and truly with my master, okay, already did that one. Then Laban and Bethuel answered and said, The thing proceedeth from the Lord. We cannot speak unto thee bad or good. Behold, Rebekah is before thee. Take her and go. Let her be thy master's son's wife, as the Lord hath spoken. So, I mean, it's all working out, but I guess she has no say in who she wants to marry. She's just like, no, you're gonna go do this because I said so, because it's just what's right for the family. Like, there's no say. That's kind of messed up, I think, but it is what it is. And it came to pass that when Abraham's servant heard their words, he worshipped the Lord, bowing himself to the earth. And the servant brought forth jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment, and gave them to Rebekah. He gave also to her brother and to her mother precious things. And they did eat and drink, he and the men that were with him, and tarried all night. And they rose up in the morning, and he said, Send me away unto my master. And her brother and her mother said, Let the damsel abide with us a few days, and at the least 10. After that she shall go. And he said unto them, Hinder me not, seeing the Lord hath prospered my way. Send me away, that I may go to my master. And they said, We will call the damsel, and inquire at her mouth. And they called Rebekah, and said unto her, Wilt thou go with this man? And she said, I will go. And they sent away Rebekah, their sister, and their nurse, and Abraham's servant, and his men. And they blessed Rebekah, and said unto her, Thou art our sister, be thou the mother of thousands of millions, and let thy seed possess the gate of those which hate them. So I'm taking that as like, go, there's my blessing, go. It's because we know this is for a good cause. But again, she don't have no say. All right. And Rebekah arose and her damsels, and they rode upon the camels and followed the men. And the servant took Rebekah and went his way. And Isaac came from the way of the well, Laharoi, for he dwelt in the south country. And Isaac went out to meditate in the field at eventide, and he lifted up his eyes and saw, and behold, the camels were coming. And Rebekah lifted up her eyes, and when she saw Isaac, she lighted off the camel. For she had said unto the servant, What man is that walketh in the field to meet us? And the servant had said, It is my master. Therefore she took a veil and covered herself. And the servant told Isaac all things that he had done. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent, and took Rebekah, and she became his wife, and he loved her. And Isaac was confronted after his mother's death. This is going to be number 25. Then again, Abraham took a wife, and her name was Keturah, and she bare him Zimran, and Joksan, and Medan, and Midian, and Ishbak, and Shahua. I'm not sure. That's a lot of names. Those are very difficult to pronounce. And Joksha begat Sheba and Dedan, and the sons of Dedan were Ashriram, and that's so much. I'm going to skip past this part a little bit. And then I'm going to go to the next one. And Abraham gave all that he had unto Isaac. But unto the sons of the concubines which Abraham had, Abraham gave gifts, and sent them away from Isaac his son, while they yet lived eastward unto the east country. And these are the days of the years of Abraham's life, which he lived, 160 years. And that Abraham gave up the ghost, and died in a good old age, an old man, and full of years, and was gathered to his people. And his sons Isaac and Ishmael burned him in the cave of Machpelah in the field. And his sons Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Machpelah in the field of Ephron, the son of Zohar and Hittite, which is before Mamre. The field which Abraham purchased of his sons, of the sons of Heth, there was Abraham buried, and Sarah his wife. And it became to pass that after the death of Abraham, that God blessed his son Isaac, and Isaac dwelt by the well, Lahairoi. And now these are the generations of Ishmael, Abraham's son, whom Hagar the Egyptian, Sarah's handmaid, bare unto Abraham. And these are the names of the sons of Ishmael by their names. This is a lot. Okay. So he had some sons and a lot of kids. Looks like these are the sons of Ishmael, and these are their names by their towns and by their castles. 12 princes according to their nations. These are. I don't want to. Let's see if I can go back. No, I'm going to butcher those names, so I'm going to move on. And these are the years of the life of Ishmael, 137 years. And he gave up the ghost and died, and was gathered unto his people. And they dwelt from Havilah, I'm not sure, unto Shur, that is before Egypt, as thou goest towards Assyria. And he died in the presence of all his brethren. And these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begat Isaac. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel the Syrian, of Padam Aram, the sister to Laban the Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, If it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau. After that came his brother came out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name be called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, and a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. And Isaac loved Esau, because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. And Jacob sawed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, Feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. And Jacob said, Sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, Behold, I am at the point to die. What profit shall this birthright do to me? And Jacob said, Swear to me this day. And he sware unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of his lentils, and he did eat and drink, and rose up, and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. And there was a famine in the land, besides the first famine, that was the days of Abraham. And Isaac went unto Amalek the king of the Philistines unto Gerar. And the Lord appeared unto him and said, Go not down into Egypt, dwell in the land which I shall tell thee of. Sojourn in the land, and I will be with thee, and I will bless thee, for unto thee and unto thy seed I will give all these countries, and I will perform the oath which I swear unto Abraham thy father. And I will make thy seed to multiply as the stars of the heaven, and will give unto thy seed all the countries, and in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because that Abraham obeyed my voice, and kept my charge, and my commandments, my statutes, and my laws. And Isaac dwelt in Gerar. And the men of the place asked him of his wife, and he said, She is my sister. For he feared to say, She is my wife. Lest, said he, the men of the place should kill me for Rebekah, because she was so fair to look upon. So he's afraid to lose her because she was pretty. Which, understandable, but, I guess he's only one person. And Amalek called Isaac and said, Behold, of a surety she is thy wife. And how saidst thou, She is my sister? And Isaac said unto him, Because I said, Lest I die for her. And Amalek said, That this is thou hast done unto us? One of the people might lightly have leaned with thy wife, and thou shouldest have brought guiltiness upon us. And Amalek charged all of his people, saying, He hath touched the man, or his wife shall surely be put to death. And Isaac sowed in the land, and received the same year a hundredfold, and the Lord blessed him. And the man waxed great, and went forward, and grew until he became very great. For he had possession of flocks, and possession of herds, and a great store of servants, and the Philistines envied him. For all wells which his father's servants had digged in the days of Abraham's father, the Philistines had stopped them and filled them with earth. And Amalek said unto Isaac, Go for us, for thou art much mightier than we. And Isaac departed thence, and pitched his tent in the valley of Gerar, and dwelt there. And Isaac digged again the wells of water, which they had digged in the days of Abraham's father, for the Philistines had stopped them after the death of Abraham, and he called their names after the names by which his father had called them. And Isaac's servants digged in the valley, and found their well of springing water. He's like, I'm not going to let this stop me. I'm going to go dig some more wells. We got a drink. We're all thirsty over here. And the herdmen of Gerar did strive with Isaac's herdmen, saying, The water is ours. And he called the name of the well Esek, because they strove with him. And they digged another well, and they strove for that also. And he called it Sitnah. And he removed from thence and digged another well. And for that they strove not. And he called the name of it Rehoboth? Not sure. And he said, For now the Lord hath made room for us, and we shall be fruitful in the land. And he went up from thence to Beersheba, and the Lord appeared unto him in the same night, and said, I am God of Abraham thy father. Fear not, for I am with thee, and I will bless thee, and multiply thy seed for thy servant Abraham's sake. And he builded an altar there, and called upon the name of the Lord, and pitched his tent there, and there Isaac's servants digged a well. And Amalek, I need to look up the name, went to him from Gerar, and one of his friends, and Picholo, the chief of captain of his army. And Isaac said unto them, Wherefore come ye to me, seeing ye hate me, and have sent me away from you? And they said, We saw certainly that the Lord was with thee. And we said, Let be now an oath betwixt us, even betwixt us and thee, and let us make a covenant with thee, that thou wilt not do us no hurt, that will do us no hurt. as we have not touched thee, and as we have done unto thee nothing but good, and have sent thee away in peace, thou art now blessed of the Lord. So he was going to, looks like he was like fearful, but they're like, no, we're good. Everything will be fine. Everything's going to be fine. We're just not going to mess with each other. And then he made them feast. He made them a feast, and they did eat and drink, and they rose up betimes in the morning, betimes in the morning, and swear one to another. And Isaac sent them away, and they departed from him in peace. And it came to pass the same day that Isaac's servants came and told him concerning the well which they had digged, and said unto him, We have found water, and we called it Sheba. Therefore the name of the city is Beersheba unto this day. And Esau was 40 years old when he took to wife Judith, the daughter of Beri the Hittite, and Bashmath, the daughter of Elon the Hittite, which were a grief of mine unto Isaac to Rebekah. Okay. Very enlightening. I am pausing there for tonight. Tomorrow we will keep going. Hopefully I can look up some pronunciations for these names, because these are incredibly difficult to pronounce. But until then, guys, have a good day, and I'll see you next time.